So, welcome to my, what is this? I can't count. 7-month update on immersion-based learning, MIA, ACAT, AJAT, Refold, Migaku, whatever you want to call it. So, I'd figure instead of what do you call it, like one of those fancy videos that I did before. It's not even that fancy, it's not that hard to make, but I'll show you my stats on Anki, and might as well show you what I'm doing for the past 1 month since previous video. I've been sentence mining a lot, at least 10 sentences a day if I could, which for most of the days is more than 10 sentences, but I try to hit that 10 sentences per day because that's a pretty good pace. And yeah, so let me show you my stats. Actually, it's easier to. So today, okay, not probably not. Let me show you. See, added. So this huge like bump in like almost 50 is because I was sentence mining Yonsei, the Yonsei reader. If you don't know that, that's it's a really good. It's a graded reader. So instead of jumping straight to native material, you should like read stuff that are like from a early level beginner type thing. I got that from the Discord server, that Cloudy Howdy. I believe he made it, so I joined, and I was looking for. I was doing stuff, and then I found like I look at the chat history in the main, what do you call it, channel, and people were talking about Yonsei Reader. I was like, oh, what is this? Because my plan was that to immediately to find sentences on YouTube or through watching shows, including K-dramas. But then, these people, they're reading Yonsei Reader, and I was like, yeah, might be good. So I used that, and it was a blast. I'm on the third one, but I haven't continued it since. I finished the first and the second book in like less than a week, which might not be a good idea. And for the first one, it was so easy. Obviously, it was so short. The second one, towards the end, I'm pretty sure, like there's this cooking instruction and all that thing. I don't really care. I only took as much I+1 as I can find, and then I move on. So that's why I found like almost 50, and that's what I did. So and then I moved to the third book, and the third book I'm like 3/4 into it, and then I was like, you know what, this is boring. So now I'm reading webtoon. This Inorul, what do you call this? Inorul Wihan Suyong Gyosil, which is, I'm pretty sure it means a mermaid, a swimming class for mermaids. It's weird, but this type of cheesy romantic high school webtoon is the easiest to understand with my current ability to understand Korean. So that's why I'm reading it. And yeah, so I've been sentence mining with Notepad++, as you can see here, and I use this dictionary. Yeah, so as you can see, this is my setup for sentence mining. I use Notepad++. I set this to view on top, and I also set this to view on top using a software that I found on the internet from Googling called alwaysontop.exe, and this application allows any window that you control space will always stay on top. So I can just do this, and then I can look for words that I don't know. So for example, I want to mine this sentence. I can just with the other software that I installed, ShareX, I can just click press a button on my keyboard, F6, and I can just do this. And usually this thing, okay, it's quick, because usually sometimes it lags. Sometimes it took a long loading time from the server because it uses ShareX API or whatever that is in the description, and I can just paste, so I don't have to type. I haven't typed anything except for when I need to look in the dictionary, and I sometimes change. I sometimes use this dictionary. I sometimes use the Naver one. But let's say I don't know the word sijak, so let's click this. This is a very basic words. I don't know why I'm doing this. So search it, and then I got this, and I can just copy this thing, maybe this whole thing. Maybe if I know the what do you call this? The mono definition. I can just copy it here. But let's say I copy that. I can just put it here, and this is my sentence. And at night, depending on when I sentence mine, because of school, sometimes I have like the whole day, having to do the homework from school, because this is online school and all that shit. And sometimes, like there's a particular day where I have to Google Meet or Zoom for like an hour or something. So my immersion hasn't been that like 24/7 because I don't have that much free time. So that kind of sucks. But you know, I'm doing the best I can. So I copy all of this and I add the sentences before I go to sleep. Sometimes I add sentences like afternoon. Yeah. So that's my setup. Oh, and also that, you know, this OCR capability from ShareX is really helpful because I do this OCR thing on Yonsei, so I haven't typed any sentences. That's pretty cool. But I can still type in Korean. I know how to type in Korean. Look at this. I can type in Korean. Last time I checked with fanfastfingers.com, I'm at like 20 WPM, which at least it's more than enough for typing for definitions. And when I'm reading web novels, because in the future, after I get comfortable reading webtoon, I'm gonna read web novels. That same method is still useful, or I can use the Chrome extension that can enable copy, because the Control C, the copy pasting ability on the website is blocked by Naver. So there's that. There are some extensions that I found myself, and there are some extensions that are what do you call it, that I know from Discord, because the people there, they already, you know, use that extension to read webtoon. And yeah, that's my whole setup. Let me show you my Anki stuff again. Actually, I didn't have it. So this is what I did. I guess you can just, pause the screen or something. What I'm most proud of is the added cards. Even though there are like this day, where I only add, but it's pretty cool. You know, I've been, I guess, almost a month now. Every single day I sentence mine. I'm pretty proud of that. I don't know. I'm at 500 sentences. So last time I think I was like 40 or something, or 20 sentences last update. So that's pretty cool. I don't really care about having a lot of these sentences, and I don't even. And my aim isn't even 10,000. I just really want to be able to read webtoon and web novels. At least that's my goal by the end of this year. And since I don't have Netflix and I don't have access to paid books and paid stuff, the only resources that I have are all of the resources that are on the Discord server. The LTI Hangul that you can join. It's been really helpful, because otherwise I would have to search it by myself, and especially that Yonsei reader thing. That had I not found that, I would still be sentence mining like web dramas or GFriend, because the only channels that have subtitles in Korean is GFriend and G-Idol, this K-pop girl group, and they have it, but not all of the videos. And before I found out about this OCR software, the ShareX thing, I probably would have need to type everything. But now I can type, and now I can sentence my anything on YouTube, as long as the subtitle is like have one of those box, and the subtitle is pretty contrast from the background. Because if not, it's gonna render weird text with like Hanja and the Chinese characters. It's so weird if that happens. And there is some cons to using this OCR, but it's not that hard, because, so for example, I just got it recently. Let me see if I can find it. So sometimes the Hangul character, it's very accurate because it works in Yonsei. Yonsei scanned version, the PDF that I got, is like, it's so bad it hurts my eyes. That's also partly the reason why I don't continue reading it right now. I will read that in the future probably, because it's very helpful with all the technical terms and getting you used to actual non-fiction stuff. But like it was boring to read, and I got more sentences from doing webtoon. So for example, this word "챙겨주는" thing. So if I sentence mine this, you will see that the C, the chiang thing, is actually an S. So this became 챙겨주는 instead of 챙겨주는. So that kind of sucks. But I can fix it immediately. I can just do this. I can type "챙," so like that. It's very easy. So there isn't that much problem, and it's very helpful for me. I mean, I can't imagine having to type everything that I've mined from Yonsei or this particular website, which I'm halfway through. Actually, that's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna finish this in less than a week. So, gotta get the fat gains of language. And for audiovisual material, it's probably from YouTube and VLive, because if you really can't find what do you call it? If you like watch a lot of K-pop and you can't find subtitled content, which is almost non-existent on YouTube, you can go to VLive, because in VLive everything is subtitled, especially if it's like K-pop content. Which, I mean, technically there's only K-pop content on VLive, and they got subtitled by their fans, and it's very complete. Like, there are like 10 languages or something. Oh fuck! So let me reload. So I was watching this. I was like 1.5 hours or something. Let me just skip. So you can see here, there's so many subtitles, and one of them is Korean. And you can download this. You can download the video using, what do you call this? So Histogram, and you can download the subtitle using downsub.com. But you don't need to do that, because, like I said, I have this amazing thing. So if I can just F6 and do this, and I can just, there you go, Bingsu. And then, because this is actually stay on top, so you can just, the dictionary stays on top. I can just, I don't know what Bingsu means. I honestly don't know what this means. I've looked it up before. It means eyes or something, but I don't get the context. So look at this, and then I can just search it, and here's one more sentences. So that's how I've been sentence mining. What else? If I'm bored, sometimes I watch this. There's this webtoon. I've been watching this. This is so good. This is also got recommended by the people at Discord server, and it's been really good, because this also, here's the fun part, this, the subtitle is actually, so look, as long as the subtitle is like this is more than enough for me to be able to sentence mine it, instead of just, I don't know, taking a screenshot. And I can do this thing, and I can do this thing, like that, and I get one more sentences. Look at that. And this is usually 100% accurate, like, except for what I said, like cheat, they don't get it usually. And sometimes when you have like the word like kenchana, where the, I don't know the name of the letters in Hangul, but the example, for example, kenchana, they usually write it as, especially if it's that type of word conjugation where there is the past tense, the double S at the bottom. Usually they fuck that up, but you can just check it before you input it into Anki. If you input it into Anki, and it isn't that much of a problem, and you would notice it right away that this is wrong, because it doesn't, how could a word be conjugated like this? So that's what I've been sentence mining for the most part. And you should really check the Korean fluency path from Retro, because that's also one of the reasons why one of the first place I saw the graded reader, the Yonsei thing from Retro. And you can also check my updates on the spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet. I'm not like that type of very meticulously detailed recording everything that I'm doing, but I do that as best as I could, and I have quite a few things on my spreadsheet, and I'm gonna keep adding that. Well, also I'm gonna keep adding the resources and the software that I'm using. Which, actually there's one more. So this seek thing, this is for copying subtitle. So for example, this is GFriend, they have subtitle on every single one of their videos. So if I click the seek button, so you can just copy it from here. And if you change the language in here, which there's usually Korean, obviously, now you can just sentence mine from here. So you can just copy it from here instead of, because this is pretty hard. You could do this one and open transcript, but this thing sucks for me. I don't know, I just don't like it. So that's pretty cool. I like this more, this seek thing, because you can also search for, I don't know, for certain words that you might miss, and when you click on this thing, they show the time frame, I believe. They show the position where they said it, and there are some tools here. You can copy all of it, you can copy select it and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. I like it more. The extension is on my spreadsheet. And what else? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. There's not that much. Oh, and there's one more. There's this clipboard inserter. So this clipboard inserter is that anything that I copy to my clipboard would be copied directly to an HTML web file that I open in the browser. So for example, I have this thing, so anything that I copy is in here. So this is on, right? So if I copy anything right now, anything, it would come up in here and you can just copy it from here. This is good, for example, if I were watching this web drama, I'm not gonna every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds, if I found an I plus 1 sentences, I have to minimize, or I have to do this because I have to F6, F6, you know, keep OCRing this subtitle. I can just watch it in full, and every time I copy anything to my clipboard, which the OCR, I set it up that it straight copies to my clipboard, it would show up in here. And as long as you don't reload the page, because if you reload it, it's gone, I can just copy it from here and then paste it to my notepad instead of, you know, every... Well, let me show you. Like, so for example, I'm watching it now. So, wow, this is so cool. Oh, you're touching gold match into blah blah blah. I can just do this now. Wait, is it on? Is it on? It's not on. Okay, it's on. So, oh, you're touching gold. No. I can just do this, and OCR's processing. It's copied. And then let's jump, skip. So this J-bro 말하기 좀 그런데, and then just click this thing, and copy it, and then it's in here. Oh shit! What? Well, it usually works. Oh, it's worked. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So, 그냥 잘생긴 남자였네. Just click that, and then I can just keep watching. So if you check in here, ta-da, it's there, and I can just get a lot of this, and I can just put it here. So there you go. The rest of the book that I'm reading is I use Adobe Acrobat for opening PDF. You can use a free PDF opener that are very good, like Calibre or Sumatra PDF. That's pretty good. And yeah, the process is the same since I don't need to type things because I have this OCR. You should check it out if you don't like typing. I'm not against it. It's just that I'm pretty lazy. So that's what I've been doing for the past 1 month, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I get comfortable reading webtoon and web novels. This might be a problem because I don't watch a lot of audiovisual content. I have a lot of passive immersion. I've been listening to a lot of audio drama and audiobook on Naver Clip. Sorry if you can hear dogs barking. So yeah, my passive immersion is not from the things that I immerse in, because the things that I'm immersing is webtoon. I read more than I listen. That's why I might think this might be a problem, but I don't really care because I got so much sentences, and my comprehension is getting better. You know, the way I see it, and yeah. So Naver Clip, you can download it. Previously, I used Podbang for the passive immersion, and then I switched to Naver Audio Clip because basically it's the same. It's just that for some reason Podbang stopped working for me, so I switched to Naver Audio Clip. Yeah, so I think that's everything. The rest of the software that I'm using, that I use sometimes if I think that I need picture for my cards, is a software called Greenshot. Greenshot. And the benefit of using Greenshot is that you could choose what you want to save, so it doesn't automatically save, and also it shows as a window instead of you have to open it on your file explorer. So this is Screenshot, and let's say I wanna, just take a picture of this part. It would show up as a new window in here, as you can see, and this window I can choose whether I want to save it or not, and where I want to save it. And the best part, I don't need to save it if I want to put it into Anki. Now I can just Control-Shift-C, and it's copied to my clipboard. And if I want to add it to Anki, I can just add and put it on my picture, and then there you go. So it's way easier than actually having to save a picture. Or if you use the snipping tool that comes with Windows 10, the reason why it sucks is because, well, the window is big because I have to do this, and then It's just annoying. Save to clipboard. Well, you could technically use this, but I just don't like it. So, and it's easier, and this gets hard when you wanna have more than one picture and you don't immediately put it into Anki. So screenshot can save so many screenshot, and then I can just pick the one that I want to put into my cart later on. So there you go. That's everything. I hope this has been helpful. I'm gonna link all my resources or anything that's important on the description. Thank you for listening to this. If you think that some of my workflow is a bit too complicated, or there's a better way to do things, like let's say I can just batch import web novels or webtoon into Anki or something, you can tell me in the comments, because that would make my life easier. Yeah, thank you.